and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it seems it's about time for yet another episode of the irae. So yeah, last episode got pretty crazy. I believe last episode was about level 1, so yeah. Basically, we had Ren unlocking his power, and now we will probably have some kind of like training arc, so that was the beginning. We'll see what will happen next. Also, thanks for your comments under the previous episodes. Because, first of all, it seems that everything is that complicated about irae and stuff because of translation and how they decided to do stuff. Because if you know Japanese, then you knew for a long time that it means the sacred relics and stuff. So yeah, great. So that's why the confusion came to be. And also about shocking. Yeah, I also forgot about that character. That was Johnson from Dorohedoro, so big thanks as well. And with that, I think we can go to the episode. Also, by the way, I'm turning new option in the game settings, because I didn't realize it before that we have it here. Background volume during voice reply, lower. I had this as normal. Now we can finally hear the characters. Great. It took just, what is it now, 17 episodes? Good job. Anyway, let's go to the episode. Let's see what will happen in this episode. Opening my eyes, I found myself up on a twilight beach. The very same shoreline from the dream I've been having every night since I was discharged. I lingered here all alone. Or perhaps not quite. Okay. So they have like actual conversation this time. Okay. And we have like actual sprite for her. Let's see. Oh. Okay. She does look like she's been tormented. I don't know why, but she looks like... Yeah. Like, life was kinda harsh on her. I mean, she was like killed by guillotine, right? If I get pieces of the story together. I turned around to find a girl of blonde hair with green eyes standing before me. Her skin was pale, her dress crude, tattered even, yep. She looked like... she looked at me with the same childish gaze as ever, as always. I more or less figured out from the decapitation scar as well as her otherworldly appearance that she was no living human, but... Just like one of those ghosts I had so much trouble with. Yeah, it's... Yeah, her identity is kinda... not 100% sure yet, because she might be just like another being inside of him, like a soul or something, or she's like literally his weapon. Oh, okay, she's good like that. Also, obviously she had to squeeze breasts, obviously. That look on her face made me feel like I was bullying her or something. Sakurai described me as the lightning conductor, a scapegoat to draw the disasters. In which case this girl had to be that. Although she didn't feel like a disaster or lightning, appearances could be deceiving. Rusauka being one prime example, yep. Hell, she was the source of all of this in the first place. Normally, this is where I would voice a grumble or two. But with this girl, I just couldn't bring myself to do that. And now she's blushing. What the hell? I wasn't the type to go easy on others, but for some reason, I couldn't find it myself to be mad at her. This girl wouldn't hurt a soul. She had no intention to do so. Do you remember how she sang and sang? I mean, about blood and stuff? I don't think like she's like 100% good on her mind. A part of me vaguely, but with firm conviction, believed in that. Why was that? I couldn't quite tell, but... Oh, you actually bringing it up, okay.
歌わないんだな。いや、そんな驚いた顔されても困るんだけど、あんたいつも歌ってたろ?
Yeah. I honestly wasn't expecting her to answer, however.
聞きたいですか?
Oh. I mean, it's kind of a creepy song. She have great voice, but still, the fact she actually did give me quite a surprise.
喋れるんだな。正直歌しか歌えないのかと思ってたけど。
普通はそれしかしませんよ。カリオストロにそうしてろって言われてたから。
Okay.
カリオストロ?
Yeah, Ren. You have some guy in your mind.
あなたに似た人。でも、あなたが相手なら喋ってもいいって言われました。
Okay.
まあ、そりゃ。
Being able to communicate with her should have been something great, but something about what she said worried me. Actually, could this Caligostro of hers be...
っていうか君、フランス人か?
Yeah?
カリオストロってあれだろ? 首飾り事件の。
Okay. Count Alessandro di Cagliostro. A self-proclaimed alchemist who lived in the 18th century. Oh, we have like actual explanation about him. Nice. The ringleader of the major scandal involving tricking the royal family out of a necklace. In an incident theorized to have been the cause of the French Revolution. One of the most exceptional and famous swindlers in the world history. If that was the Cagliostro she's been referring to, then...
18世紀のフランス人か?
わかりません。
Yeah, she don't know anymore. Like, it's been like centuries at this point. Like, what is it, like 3 centuries? Because this is like 21st century, I think, 2006, right? True, it probably have been suspicious for a ghost to remember in perfect detail who they were and where they were from. Also, she appears to have like perfect Japanese skills. Besides, her outfit made me speculate that she could have been an ordinary citizen of someone belonging to an even lower strata of society. Someone like that, not having a good grasp of the calendar, would come as no surprise. It's been a while since I saw this word, since I saw and used strata as the word. Last time it was in Blame manga. I think it's like properly called Blam, I think. Not Blame, Blam. I don't know what the education rate was at the time, but she didn't look like a type who lived a normal life. After a bit of pondering, I decided to change the topic.
ここはどこだ?
どこって?
Yeah, you've been here like all the time, so she probably have no idea where it is.
この浜辺、君の故郷か?
Okay.
なんて名前?
サンマロ。
San Malo. Which means that, yeah, just as I thought, I have no idea where this city is or whatever that is. I'd read something about this, so I knew that it was the name of the place in France. Okay, I mean that makes sense.
なるほどね。道理で日本には見えないわけだ。
日本?
ああ、それは俺の国。っていうか、ちょっと。
Oh my god, they actually brought this up. I was just like making like fun of this, that she can perfectly understand Japanese. And I thought like, hey, this is just normal, like in like games and like anime and stuff, we just have to accept that everyone knows Japanese. Because the reasons of communication and the consistency and stuff. But yeah, they actually made a point out of this. What the fuck? Okay. I appreciate it, actually. I like that. I was talking Japanese, and so was she. Or at least I thought so. Well, whatever. It didn't particularly matter. And I think I was the idiot for trying to find logic in a dream where I was conversing with a ghost. Anyway.
話を戻すけど、君の名前は
I'm sorry. The girl gazed darted to the ground as she heard my question. Huh. Mari. Okay. That was probably her nickname or something. I decided to wait a few moments, but she ultimately never added her last name.
マリーか。わかった。で、俺とは話してもいいって言われたそうだけど。
By Cagliostro. If she's getting like permissions to talk and stuff, is it possible that she was a slave when she was alive or something?
そいつのこと少し教えてくれないか
Because of like, you know, the obedience and everything?
どうして？
興味がある。
Or rather, I needed to know. Because he knew I'd come here and talk to her. I understood that he was, which was extremely why I needed to know.
そいつはどんなやつだった？
あなたに似てます。
どのあたりが？
私に優しくしてくれるところとか。
Okay, that's very vague.
でも、カリオストロはもうここに来ないと思う。これからはあなたが私と一緒にいてくれるからって。
So Ren is finally worthy of being Mercurius' replacement, and quite literally. Because, okay, wait. Wait, was the guy here Cagliostro is actually Mercurius? My brain just froze here. Okay, I will think about this later. I remember I thought about him as the Mercurius before. Okay.
そうなんでしょ？ザラトス。
Zarathustra, yeah.
違う。
Yep. Well, that's time to explain why everyone calls me Zarathustra. I unconsciously grabbed Mari's shoulder, drawing her a bit closer to me.
俺はレンだ。藤井レン。
レン？
そう。それから、俺は君が言ってるやつと似てなんかいない。
I looked eyes with the bewildered Mari to empathize that. So, she really was talking about that, Cagliostro. The extraordinary swindler died in prison, but according to legend, he continued to wander the earth, following his demise. In other words, he still existed? A game of hide and seek, devised by an insane sorcerer over half century ago. Secondary words echoed in my mind. Mercurius. Where Mari and I got together as his pawns. Yeah.
痛いです。レン。
その。
Though the sensation lingering in my hand felt cold, it was undoubtedly the touch of human skin. Did she really die and become a ghost? Did that voice mention her back when I came close to dying during the fight with Wilhelm? Abominable girl, cursed girl, pitiful girl, damned girl. Hate and love her, protect her and destroy her. She is the word singularity, a being outside the boundaries of that law. Yeah, she's dead and yet she's not. She exists outside the word's concept. Perpetual, eternal, immortal, divine, infinite, life beyond death. Evocate. She was giving that to me? That guillotine? I wasn't sure. She's probably literally the guillotine.
俺が君とこれからは一緒にいるって。
いてくれないんですか？
I couldn't answer that. Naturally, staying on the beach forever was out of the question, but I didn't really think she meant that. She wasn't gonna hunt me forever, right? I could really do without her dad, thanks.
私が必要になるって。
言われたのか。
はい。
In other words, She would serve the purpose.
ギロチンは俺の首を落とすあれはどこにある？
Mare silently pointed towards the top of the hill. Oh, it's actually like outside somewhere. Okay. Oh, hi. Great. It's actually here. Okay. There lay the guillotine, a giant unrefined gruesome blade, forged for the purpose of executing people. Okay, been a while. Ren, you can do it again. It's a dream after all, I guess. No, okay, don't. Just don't. That was like terrible. Glittering even so dimly in the blood-scattered rays of dusk, I found myself feeling like it was talking to me. Loop off their heads, sever them, hunt them, offer them up to me. Execute. Dye this altar red with their blood. Claim their heads, brighter than the setting sun, hotter than raging flames. The heads of they who feasted on madness and drank of insanity. Those demons that knew only the path to strife. Slay every last one of them. Make no exceptions. Display no reserve, no mercy, no regret, no compassion. Offer them up as sacrifices. Do so or perish.
ばっか言うなよ。
I mean, that's what they said, like you need to feed this thing with murders basically, or it will like take over you and stuff. Then had I been summoned here to do just that? As usual, I sensed a hint of bewilderment in Marie's childish gaze as she looked at me. I was surprised to use this girl and to fight. I was supposed to use this girl and fight alongside her. But what exactly could a feeble girl like her do? She's probably literally the guillotine power. And that thing on the top is just like the representation. Cagliostro, Mercurius. That insane sorcerer had assembled a fucked up cast for this fucked up carnival. And I was supposed to go along with it, to fulfill my assigned role, no question asked. Bit too late to be spouting that shit. My role in this had already been locked. I had to fight. I was past the point of no return. But I was sick of others getting caught up in that. To think I had to use this unfortunate girl.
したの？レン。
Mari stared at me with a look of bafflement and worry on her face. Was she really alright? Could I make her witness the death of others? It had nothing to do with morals or the fact that she was a woman, but for some reason, I felt that this, and this alone, was something I must never do. The sentiment made a wave of deja vu over me. Could I have possibly met this girl before? Yeah, this is again the foreknowledge, I think. And he woke up, okay.
あ、そっか。
And Kasumi is actually not here. That's kinda not alright. I mean, yeah, she went through a lot, but I expected her to like at least like, you know, it's Ren who wants to be like left alone, right? And stuff. I think like Kasumi should still try to like cherish him with her personality and stuff. So, well, she have a hole in the wall, so she can like walk through it. Once I'd shaken of the unpleasant aftertaste of that now all too familiar dream, I changed into a fresh set of clothes. I hadn't eaten, my hair was a mess, and I probably had bugs under my eyes, but none of it mattered. I wanted to get to school as soon as possible. Naturally, my reasoning behind that was that it would lower the risk of me shocking others. However, at that moment, someone's voice was sinking into laughs into my psyche as an unbearably annoying way. Oh, Katsumi, right? Yes. Yes, okay. Woo! She's still here, I'm so glad. God damn it. Katsumi, we need you. God. Oh my god. Whew. Why not through the hole in the wall though? Why door? That was different and normal.
最近起きるの早いよね。っていうかさ、昨日の夜どこか行ってたみたいだけど、ちゃんと寝てるの？なんか私気になっちゃって、あんたが帰ってくるの待ってようと思ったんだけど、な
Aw.
んか壁の穴取れなくなっちゃってて。
And you for some reason obeyed that?
やっぱり今までプライバシーの侵害とかしすぎちゃったのかなってちょっと反省しちゃったりなん
Wow.
かして。
She changed her way of thinking a lot since the last time. Like, since the memorable night. But I guess that's normal after that kind of like stress and everything.
だから聞いて、最近あんたもしかして私避けてる？
I think we can make music a bit actually, because music is getting a bit more silent when I talk and it's a bit more silent when characters talk, so like just slightly like this should be fine. Following my curt answer, I walked past Kasumi and outside without locking the door, then quietly descended the staircase. That was rude as hell. Ren, come on. Don't check it out like that. She didn't chase after me, nor did she complain about my attitude, and instead remained standing in front of my room, still a statue. Damn it. Why couldn't I do things with a bit more tact? Even as I felt irritated by my own cowardice and awkwardness, I had no choice but to accept this, and the correct course of action in the grand scheme of things. Stay away from me. I found myself wanting to say that cliche straight out of the cheap manga, line straight out of the cheap manga. I wonder if she would eventually move to another city, if I could get her to completely hate me. That sucks! I mean, yeah, he wants like to protect her with this, but holy, oh my god, I don't like this. I don't like this team.
いや、
That wasn't gonna happen. Thank you. We would know each other for years now. I came to understand her personality quite well. She'd probably greet me with a smile every day regardless of what I say or did to her. At the very least, trying to ignore her all at a time like this would hold no meaning, regardless of how hard I tried. But I couldn't forgive the part of myself that, despite being aggravated, still felt grateful for that. I had plenty of things to consider and evaluate. Make sure I didn't shock my surroundings took maximum priority, but the true problem lay beyond that.
おはよ
Oh, hi Kay. I didn't train since last night, I didn't have time yet. Namely figuring it out, how would I fight these guys?
ルサルカは
う。休みよ。しばらくあなたの顔は見たくないって。よかったわね。
That's weird. Why she don't want to see my face for a while? Wait, what? Why? In other words, seeing my face would probably set her off. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Not exactly a welcome change, but I could consider why she would feel that way.
じゃああいつとは次に会ったら始まると思っていいんだな。
Probably.
多分ね。
Sakura gave a note to accompany her blunt reply. Wait, weird.
気持ち悪いな。
何が？
お前がだよ。何平然と俺に挨拶なんかしてるんだ。
I mean, that's her personality, I guess.
講義は昨日ので終わったんだろ。だったらしばらく用はないんじゃないのか。学校来るなよ。
I mean, if you remember correctly, then your goal is to achieve level 2 at least.
それは私の勝手じゃない。
お前は別に学校が楽しいわけじゃないだろ。
いいえ、楽し。
Bullshit. She didn't even have a single friend. Sakura's shameless attitude pissed me off enough to make me throw a glare her way, but it had about as much effect as water off a duck bug.
別に敵対してるからって避ける必要はないでしょ。今のところ私は身の危険を感じないし、
あなたをどうこうしようとも思ってないし。
Yep.
だったら顔見知り同士会えば挨拶くらいするでしょ。
全部だ。
I practically spat the word out.
座りが悪いんだよ、今の状況。不自然でわざとらしくて嘘くさくて気持ち悪いことこの上ない。そもそも。
And the most perplexing thing of all of that, I still had no idea what these freaks were ultimately after.
まさ
Yep.
か本当に俺とやり合うのだけが目的ってわけじゃないだろう。得体が知れなさすぎるんだよ、お前ら。
Spinner interruption yesterday prevented me from learning everything, and as such, I still had questions. Well, whatever I found myself caught up in, I wasn't seeing the full picture. It felt almost like I was toyed around with and dragged into something I didn't fully understand. Hell, if they came to me one after another, I would eventually learn a thing or two, as I fought them off in the heat of the moment. But instead, reality had chosen to give me this breather. Yeah, we got like training arc basically. I couldn't relax. I felt sick, like I was wasting away here. No wonder I felt so bothered by all the gaps in my knowledge.
顔に似合わず好戦的なのね。まあ今は生物の影響もあるんでしょうけど。そんなにすぐ始めたいの？ぶっつけ本番がお望みかしら。
Well, we'll die.
違う。俺がマシになるまで待つって言うなら、それはそれでありがたい。どのみち無視はできないし。けどお前やる気全然ないだろう。少なくとも俺を相手にするのはことのついでっていう感じだ。
Sakura definitely didn't give me the impression of someone who came here to wage a war. From what I could tell, she must have had some other motive in mind. Might be the case. I mean, like, as I said, like, she's like the newest member. She's literally nowadays person. Everyone else is just like old people from the centuries ago. Or like, maybe not centuries, I'm sorry, from the century ago. Or half of the century. Yeah, half of the century ago. And I had this feeling that it would be something infinitely harder to ignore. Sure, I was fighting both to protect myself and pay them back for what they did to Kasumi. But what if the other reason ended up being something large enough to dwarf even those motives? I doubt that Rusalka or Wilhelm gathered in the city to test their strength. Actually,
ルサルカは約束を果たすために町へ来たって言ってたぞ。目的は一人一人で違うとも。
okay.
だったら、お前の目的っていうのは。
Yeah, if every one of you have like a different goal, then that means whatever you want to do can like grant you a wish or something, and it can also revive Heldrich or like bring him back or whatever.
例えば、綾瀬さんが死んだとする。
Oh shit.
何？
氷室先輩でもいいし、退学したっていうあなたの友達でもいい。他に誰か大事な人がいるなら思い浮かべて。
おい、待てよ。
Yeah, just picture it. What the hell was she spouting now? I knew it was the what if scenario, but I couldn't let it pass.
怒らないでよ。別に脅しをかけてるわけじゃない。ちょっとネガティブな世間話。
Okay.
前にクラスの子たちがそんなことを言ってたわ。自分の彼氏が、自分の彼女が、自分の親が兄弟が。
Really?
しまったらどうしようって。
I don't think that's a normal conversation to have. I don't think you normally talk about that.
事故でも、病気でも、殺人でも、自殺でも。何らかの不条理で
I mean, until recently they had the murderer running around the city, so I guess that makes sense why this like conversation would sprout to be.
泣いたり悲しんだり絶望したり、怒ったり悔しがったり恨んだり、みんなそれぞれ意見を言ってた。身近な誰かが死んだ時、あなたは何を思って何をする？
She talked as if it didn't concern her, but there was a something pressing, oppressive tone to her questions. Despite my sudden bewilderment, I gave her an answer.
状況による。事故と病気と殺人じゃ、思うこともすることも変わってくるだろう。
Makes sense.
自殺が消えてるみたいだけど。
Oh shit, okay.
自殺は殺人だ。死ぬまで追い詰めた奴がいるってことだし、
Oh.
自業自得なら自分で自分を殺して。
That makes sense. That's a very good point.
なるほど。それで、あなたは結局のところ、死んだ人のために何をしてあげるという。
死人のために。
So she wants to revive someone actually. An often heard concept for sure, but no matter what the living did, the dead stay dead. So being the memorial service or an act of revenge, the living that did merely to make peace with their own feelings. Erasing cancer, banning all cars, or eradicating crime across the globe would not bring back those who already fallen victim to them. It is hardly needed to be explained, everyone knew it. The dead possessed no words to speak with, no future to look forward to. In other words, claiming to do something for the dead was ultimately self-serving to the extreme. I wasn't particularly against embellishing the truth with flowery words, but...
そういうことを言ってると、死んだ奴のためにじゃなくて、死んだ奴のせいにするかもしれないだろう。俺はそんな考え方をしたくない。
Okay.
だから自分も含めて、生きてる奴のことしか考えないな。
そう。じゃあ、綾瀬さんが殺した人たち。彼らのために何かしようって意思もないわけ。
Oh. I mean... Okay, I'm not in Ren skin, so I cannot really relate to that. He can have like a lot of emotions about this actually. Because it was technically his fault, like... But he cannot do really anything, like he cannot go to their families and say I'm sorry.
けじめはつけるさ。
Yeah, that's simple, okay. Once I clarified the cause of all of this, I will eliminate it. At the moment I was driven by the singular goal. Which was precisely why I couldn't stand this evasive, unclear attitude of hers.
あなたの硬派な考えはよくわかったわ。実際に親しい人が死んでしまっても、同じことを言えるのかどうかは知らないけど。ほら、そんな怖い顔しないでよ。別に脅してるわけじゃないって言ってるのに。
I mean...
疑り深い性格なのね。
Yeah, with you around, I guess we have some trust issues.
それで、
ん？
答えろよ。お前の本当の目
Yeah, you didn't answer that. But I believe, like, whatever they try to do, the day of Wrath or whatever, they trying to, like, at least like in K's situation, it will like let her like bring someone back. Someone who died, probably.
目的ね。
After a slight pause, Sakurai gave a snort.
言ったでしょ。学校が楽しいのよ。さっきみたいに青臭くて何年後かに思い出したら恥ずかしくなるような話を。
Sure. Sure.
他にもどこのケーキ屋さんが美味しいとか、何組の誰々がかっこいいとか、テスト勉強が面倒だとかね。そういうのを私は満喫したいのよ。でも私がクラスの子たちと仲良くしてると、あなたが邪推するでしょ。そんなに迷惑？
More like I was in the mood to send her flying with a right hook. Makes sense, okay? Wanting to enjoy school life. Where did she get off talking like when she destroyed mine? So in the end, she had no intention of revealing her goal at all. Even if she was simply fooling around, all she achieved was pissing me off. Yeah, Ren, you just have to like puzzle together the things that she asked you, because that's probably about her own personal like stuff.
もういい。勝手にしろ。
But as I was about to leave, clicking my tongue in irritation.
だったら綾瀬さん、私と一緒に投稿する？
Oh, she spotted Kasumi. Kasumi was behind us. Hearing her name sent a metaphorical electric shock with my whole body. I turned around, only to be met with the sight of Kasumi peeking her head out from behind the nearby telephone pole. I wonder if she's like thinking that we are dating or something.
おはよう綾瀬さん。いい朝ね。
I mean, she probably may be jealous and stuff. Probably. I can believe that. Look at that. Look how timid Kasumi is in comparison to Kei. Kei is just like the presence of dominance here. Like, what the fuck? That's so cool, actually. This is such a different, like, perspective of both of them. Kasumi, how long did she have been spying on the two of us? As ridiculous as it sounded, I had completely failed to notice her, and she probably heard all the conversation about being dead.
藤井君は急いでるから先に行くって言ってるけど、あなたはどうする？
そうだね。
Kasumi threw a glance in my direction, hesitant for a moment. She ultimately spoken up again, her tongue feeling somewhat reserved.
そうだね。せっかくだから私は桜井さんと。
Ren did say to her that she should stay away, kind of. I mean, he don't want her to be around, so yeah, that sucks.
おい待て。
Cutting my way between them, I... What? I have actual choice on this? I will drag Kasumi away. I'm like, because Kei is more dangerous and we want to protect Kasumi, so I will drag Kasumi away to protect her from like potential danger. You know, I don't want her to have anything to do with this, really, just like Ren, so I will just drag Kasumi away.
行くぞ、かすみ。
Yeah. Let's go to school with Kasumi, actually. I grab Kasumi by the wrist
ちょっと待ってよ。
and forcefully drag her away, ignoring Sakurai's sarcasm-laden sigh in the background. For the time being, I couldn't let them be around each other. Yeah.
レン、痛いってば。なんなのよいきなり。あんた変っていうか。
Maybe we'll have like serious conversation now. Because Kasumi should understand at least like a bit. Maybe not everything, but just give her like a general idea of like what's happening. Like it's I'm like right now in some very weird situation where it's dangerous to be actually around me, and your life is in danger if you are around me. So that's why I wish for you to be away from me for like a bit of time, not forever, but for some time. Stuff like that, you know. She probably would not make much of the questions, to be honest.
もうレンタラ。痛い。離して。
Oh, Eren forgot that he is stronger now. You hurt her a lot. That sucked.
その、
I realized I've been unconsciously gripping Kasumi's arm without any restraint. Kendo champion or not, she was still a woman. I couldn't be rough to her.
レン。
なんでもない。
What was that? Was that a heartbeat? I couldn't tell if the cause was yesterday training, or the fact that both Sakurai and I were alike, in a way. But the craving I'd barely felt around her came back in full force for the moment Kasumi showed up.
桜井さんと何話してたの？
Wait, did I make a mistake? I just thought about this. If I would like to protect actually Kasumi, I should protect her from myself, not from Urkei. Because I'm the one who's like losing control, not Kei. Oh fuck.
どこから聞いてた？
それは別にケーキ屋さんがどうとか、桜井さんが他の人と仲良くしたらレンが怒るとか。
So only the last bit. That made me have a mental side of relief. Yeah, okay, so we actually confirmed the conversation. That's good. Before she could break into any sort of the argument, I lifted a hand to silence her.
悪いけどかすみ。ちょっと一人にしてくれ。
Yep, okay. Just give her a slight like info about what's happening and to make her like leave you alone for a while.
ごめんな。
And with that, I hastily passed through the gate. That was very like timid. That's okay. That was okay. He didn't explain stuff, but he said, "Please let me be. I'm sorry." We'll talk again, like at some point. I knew how much it pained Kasumi to be left out of the loop, but what else I was supposed to do? I took this dangerous power from her, along with all those painful memories, because I wanted her to lead a peaceful life in an everyday high school student. Yeah, but she also lost you in the process. My top priority right now was to master formation as soon as possible. Sakurai aloof evasiveness aside, it was clear as day that I would have about a snowball chance in hell to fend off Rusauka and Wilhelm otherwise. Yep. And so the school day drew to close. The day was only a half day due to the being Saturday. I skipped all of my classes and sat around on the roof, pondering what to do next. As the school was electrical ground, it would probably be the best for me to stay here as much as possible. Hell, maybe I'd even go as far as spending the night here. I figured today might be very well the day I did that. I had stuff to take care of anyway. Okay. I closed my eyes and focused, trying to practice what I did in the classroom the other night, activating my I'd repeated the process hundreds and hundreds of times since early morning. So he can like really do it actually. Okay, that's... My eyes slowly fluttered open. I'd been at it for over 5 hours now, but I still couldn't control it all that well. My power was omnidirectional, which meant that unless I had a firm grip on the reins, I would never be free from the risk of recklessly slicing up my friend or foe alike. Yeah, like, you have no idea, like, what kind of, like, blade would come out from your arm. Like, in what direction, I guess. In all honesty, this hardly felt like a power suited for protecting others. No shit, Sherlock! The way it was prone to indiscriminately harming everything and everyone in its vicinity made it seem more like a wild animal gone berserk. I took a deep breath and reached out with my right hand, focusing on everything from my shoulder to my fingertips, and even beyond that, picturing something flying out. That something was the blade to the guillotine. Having experienced numerous decapitations in the dreamscape, even since I've been discharged from the hospital, its sheer power, prowess, had long since slipped into the very craving well-being. The problem is, Ren, if you picture the guillotine, you probably won't get anywhere with this. Because I don't think that's the shape you would like to attach to your arm. It's like very inconvenient to use, if you think about this. This is big, bulky, and like, what the fuck? As such, I could replicate its sharpness with relative ease. The problem, as I previously played, lay in controlling it. On that front, Kasumi did a better job than me. Back then, I viewed her attacks as nothing more than haphazardly released series of slashes, but forcing this thing to properly hit the target was not a trivial feat. Right, Kasumi did master the activation, because in Kasumi's case, she still didn't have the proper weapon, right? It was still invisible, so she was just activating it during the attack, in a split second. Okay. I just realized that. I wasn't prizing her for such a deed, nor did I want to. But if I was to be honest, being able to aim all her slashes directly at my neck without fail, so that testament to a certain level of skill. Hard to tell if it was for her kendo experience or single-minded personality at work here though. I still wonder, because all the attacks were for the neck. So just as I said in the Kasumi episode, I have a feeling like this power required to actually attack the neck, because the nature of the guillotine. So I would say that his power is omnidirectional, but the purpose of this is to actually make a correct way to attack the neck. So I guess you cannot... I guess he cannot control the direction of the blade unless he's actually attacking someone. I think that might be the case actually. Like, actually the case. Because otherwise guillotine have no purpose. And it can be just standing like in any place. At any rate, for the slacker like me, who has yet to put a serious effort in everything in life, it felt like a bit of tough assignment to tackle, as in it wasn't going well at all. Much like right now. What was that? Wait, what? Oh, okay, that was his, like, power. Despite aiming for the empty can, sitting lonely on the bench, I ended up slicing up the wire mesh a good 3 meters away from it.
くそ。
Okay. I suck at this. Big time. More tired than exasperated. Ended up throwing myself spread eagle onto the ground. I had the time, neither to slack off nor sulk, but I wasn't gonna get anywhere at this rate. I needed a more effective way to train, and I needed it now. Yeah, like, what can you do to train better at this? I have no idea, to be honest. If I kept this up, I would just end up pointlessly destroying school property without any results to show for it. Sakura claimed that grasping and giving it form was key, which made me consider catching it down. But I felt like that be kinda off the mark. What I'd likely need is a way to crystallize the aggression within me. What the hell was the logic behind having a guy with fear of blades materialize a guillotine? Yeah, ironic, isn't it? We remember from episode 1, I said that as well, that's pretty much ironic. Date in the Museum of Blades for the guy who don't like blades. Great. Hell, why even me, of all people? Take Mari for example. What exactly was her deal? Judging from the vague memories I had of that dream, I got the feeling that she was talking about something about fate or predestination. I couldn't say for sure, I didn't know any French people, nor had I ever visited the country. I couldn't imagine the two of us having any kind of predestined relationship. But there was one thing I knew for a fact.
やっぱりこれか。
I gently placed my finger on my neck. The makeup I applied to my skin I have concealed it nicely, but Mari's decapitation scar was still definitely there. In life, she must have been executed with a guillotine. Yep, she didn't give me the impression of sinner or criminal. But then again, in 18th century, the 18th century was the heyday of civil revolutions and witch trials. Plenty of people must have died for crimes they never committed. Then perhaps the true nature of this power came in the form of her grudges and regrets from her past life, which would certainly explain her indiscriminated urge to destroy everything in her path. Makes sense. Okay, I like this explanation. On the other hand, I couldn't sense the faintest hint of malice from Mari herself. Agnenerbe devoured souls, growing stronger with each kill. Upon fusing with beings like that, resisting the urge to kill felt the height of stupidity. Sakurai went so far as to call it suicide. In short, unless I supplied it with constant sacrifices, it would eat away my own soul until I died. So the total stock I had at the moment were the 10 or so people Kasumi had killed. It shouldn't sound like a lot. I was likely going to use them all up the moment fighting broke out for real. With that said, using the souls of innocent people as fuel for my purposes was out of the question. I wouldn't do that. My best bet was to try and beat the first enemy with only my soul. Then I could absorb and keep using the souls of my defeated enemies afterwards. Yeah, that's a hard bet. Unless you can defeat the first person you fight and actually kill them, that's worth to note. And you cannot go anywhere with this. Well, it sounded kinda... no. It actually sounded pretty much not impossible, yep. At any rate, the problem was picking a first opponent. Also, they all are at least level 3 and you are freaking level 1. You have like 0 chance. According to Sakurai, I was against 12 others. Considering I actually eventually have to face all of them, logic would dictate that I started with the weakest. Not necessarily the most solid plan in terms of absorbing souls, but nothing good would come from ever stopping by bounds either. Yep, like, if you cannot absorb the weakest one, then you have no chance about second or third, like literally. And I assume the weakest one is actually Kay, because she's the youngest and probably didn't absorb that much of the souls. Then who should I aim my sights on? Wilhelm was a powerhouse, Rusauka complete enigma. As for Sakurai, more than anything, she was tough to deal with. Then there was that Spinne guy, whom I knew nothing about. Seems how I yet to actually meet him. I wonder how strong of an opponent he would be. Probably terrifying. Wait, what the hell was I even thinking? I couldn't count my chickens before they had hatched. Taking on someone, let alone defeating them, in my current state, I felt baffled by my own stupidity. Yeah. In the end, I had to keep my sights locked on what I could accomplish at the moment. I sat down, cross-legged, once again focusing my attention on destroying school property. At least the door was locked, so I didn't need to worry about a stray attack mowing down Himuro in case Shappy happened to show up out of the blue. Okay. That's probably the smart plan. And just like that, 4.5 hours passed. I've been relentlessly practicing until sunset, but I wasn't seeing the results I wanted. Maybe I just lacked the necessary talent. And you know what we are also lacking? The time. The time to actually make this episode longer. So I will see what will happen, and you will see as well in the next episode, because it seems like something, like music stopped. So I guess something will happen and we'll have something, probably some kind of like long fight or long discussion with someone. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. So thank you everyone for being with me for this episode. We had a bit of conversation between Kasumi and Kay, some more explanation about Cagliostro. We knew something new about Mari. We can speculate who she was in the like 18th century in the France. I assume based on her like looks and how she was said that she can now talk to Ren and stuff, I would assume she was some kind of like servant or even a slave back in the day, and maybe she was executed because of her master crimes, basically. If that was the Cagliostro that they were talking about. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, anyway, thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching me, and yeah, I appreciate all your likes, comments, and yeah, discussions about DSIR, and I hope you will enjoy the next episode. So thank you. Once again, leave up a like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it. You can subscribe if you're not subscribed. You can also join the memberships if you want to support me that way. And yeah, I will see you in the next videos. So thank you once again, and for the Pocket Watch, let's going out.